Okay. Was that the signal? You got to get these signals straight. Last time it was, hey, y'all. I'm assuming we're going here. It's Rob, obviously, in the PMS studios here. Just going to do a little video for you today. We're going to talk about outhouses and stuff like that. But first things first, I want to do something that's long overdue. Shane over at Texas Twisted Metals of Texas sent me what is a pretty cool deal here the other day, and so I just wanted to kind of do the unveiling. Shane, I'm sorry it took so long to get this done, buddy. I thought I was getting another one from a guy and I was going to do both of them at the same time, but that didn't happen yet. It may still, and so I was going to do this. Said, here you go, brother. Thanks for your support and keep rolling the vids. Well, I promise I'll do that. Thanks, TMOT Shane, T-Mot. But anyway, Shane's got a real cool sticker. I like, naturally, if it's got Texas or Texas flag or anything like that, I'm going to be a sucker for it. And I'm actually working on trying to design a sticker so that I can send y'all stickers too, because I love it. Since I was a little kid, I loved stickers. When I was a little kid, the cool stickers were the STP stickers, and I had some I wish I still had now, because they would be collector's items from back then. Valvoline and STP and Quaker State and just some stuff from way back in the 60s when I was a little kid. And I love stickers, and so I like this one too. So I'll put this one right over here with the other one. I haven't stuck them on, you can tell, even step ones, I haven't stuck theirs anywhere yet, because I've always been that way. I'll stick them. That's probably why I don't have tattoos, because I may want to change it or do something different. So if I stick these on something, I can't stick them on something else. So anyway, I'm going to set them over here. The gun of the day, I figure when I shoot a video, I'll sometimes put up one of my weapons as a backdrop, or a prop, I guess would be the right word. And so, the one of today is my Savage 308 with the bull barrel, internal box magazine with the millet scope. And I think this is the 6 to 25 by 56. I like a 56 millimeter objective lens on them, because it gathers up so much light. I've had this thing out in really, really, really low light conditions, and it gathers up tons of light. I don't often shoot it at full zoom, but I like to have it so I can really zoom in on something to get a better look at it, and then back off to where I've got it zeroed in. But this is a very, very accurate rifle right here. Last time I fired it, I fired 2 shots at the 200-yard target. That's where I was trying to keep my standard, keep my zero, and I went out to check it and first thought I had missed one of the shots, because the second shot hit almost exactly in the hole of the first shot. It cut just a little bit of extra paper to one side, is the only way I was able to tell that that's where it was. That made me a happy boy right there. And both of the shots were just slightly over, well, it wasn't this target, but shooting it at center here, both targets were about right there of both targets. Both holes in the paper were about right there. And I had a little bit of a cross breeze coming out of the west, and so that was okay with me. So now we're going to get to the main subject of the day. If my lovely assistant will hand me the camera, we'll walk out as I drop it. There's a good look at my floor. I can tighten this guy up a little bit so it'll hold still. And I'll just keep it on the tripod. It'll be like a selfie stick, right? That'd be a cool. Anyway, let's go out here. I want to show you something. You know, one of the things that gets talked about a lot is if everything goes to heck and the you-know-what actually hits the fan, then what are you going to do for the you-know-what? Because everybody's got to poop. If you're going to eat, you're going to poop. And that's kind of a blunt way to say it, but that's about the truth of it. Now, y'all pardon a lot of this mess. You know, I do electrical work, and so I've got lots of conduit, and I save all my scrap metal and stuff. I'll take it to the salvage yard one of these days and get a little bit back from it. But you got to have a place to do your business. And if you do it in the house, you can do it in the house a lot of times, especially if you're out in the country like we are and you have a septic system. But that uses up water to flush a toilet, and water may be in short supply, so you don't want to have to do that. So your best bet is either a bucket or a hole in the ground somewhere. Well, we've got a hole in the ground somewhere, and our hole in the ground happens to be back here in one of my unused gardens. This is the garden I'm not using this year. just kind of letting it grow up, and I'll come in here and chop all the weeds down and mulch them into the ground. But nestled back here in the trees on the back side of my shop is an outhouse that we've got. And now this isn't a long-term really great outhouse. It's not real deep. It's only about 4 or 5 feet deep. In fact, it's probably only about 3 feet deep right now because the wind blows and the dirt blows enough out here that I'm trying to look at my camera here. I've got enough of a glare I can't hardly tell what I'm seeing. I'm assuming this is zoomed all the way out. It is. But voila, we have your basic outhouse, complete with toilet seat and everything else. Toilet paper, additional paper or reading material, whichever you see the need for. But this is what we use. Now if you think about it, this right here would not be, like I say, a big long-term deal, not for a long period of time. But it would work, and in fact has worked for 2 or 3 days. We have our model going to demonstrate for us, I guess. How is everything in there?
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. I'm sure it is. Silly, you can come out. But here, what was it, a couple of years ago that our well quit working? Yeah. Huh?
A month.
A month ago?
Without water.
Yes. It was a couple of years ago. For about a month, we went without water here because, for one thing, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. If I wanted to try and go with a solar well, or if I wanted to try and go with, you know, whatever I wanted to do. I just didn't really know. But we didn't turn our water back on, and I figured, you know what? If nothing else, it's going to be a great learning experience for the girls. They like shows like Little House on the Prairie and all the old West and old-timey shows, and I thought, we'll just give them a taste of what some of that was like. It wasn't always roses and flower petals. Sometimes there was the reality of having to walk outside and go off to where the outhouse was and deal with the mosquitoes and the heat and everything else when you're outside doing your business. And so we left the water off and took our time about doing a repair for about a month. It was a little over a month, I think, by the time it was done. In fact, I was wanting to say it was at least a month and a half. And during that time, we hauled water, brought water from town, and, you know, we would use the toilet inside, but only if we really were feeling completely lazy. But we used the outhouse, and it did a great job. It never got stinky out here. It never got terrible. And it took care of itself. It all biodegraded back into the ground. But just a little something to let you know. There's something to think about. Have a plan. Have a plan. You got to do that. A lot of the stuff we talk about and do is all about planning. And so, Miss Hair Hero, any thoughts you'd like to add?
You might want to clear a better path through here.
For what?
May have more snakes in the area than we would care to.
That is possible.
Encounter.
But you know, we don't see many snakes here. I don't know if it's the chickens or the guineas or what it is. We don't get a lot of snakes. Now, one thing to consider on something about this too, I'm sitting there thinking as we go, is bugs. You want something for bug control. And if we were using this a whole lot, in fact, I think I did it a little bit during that time period, wood ashes are great to sprinkle down the hole to cover up the mess and that kind of stuff with. They help dry it out, and then the tannic acids and the lime, yeah, I don't remember what it is in wood ashes, but anyway, it's good for it. It helps keep the smell down, helps it dry out, and helps keep the bugs away. It is completely hot out here today. There's not a breeze.
Did you show them?
No, I guess that's a good idea. I showed the box, but I didn't show that inside the box is where we keep a roll of toilet. Hang on, let me make sure the camera's right. It wasn't. Now I've got to figure this out. But yeah, inside there we keep the toilet paper in a little plastic container, and that keeps mice from chewing on it and keeps it from getting wet. You can see what happens if we just hang a roll right there where it is. Yep, we got the old catalog, kind of like having a Sears Roebuck catalog. We haven't used that yet, but it's sort of there as a joke and sort of there just in case, because you just never know. Not a lot worse than finishing your business and oops, there's no paper left. Anyway, something to think about. Figure out what you're going to do. Think about where you might where you might do your business, how you might deal with it. If you've got a well or a source of water, make sure you've got it a long way from the source of water. From right here, we're probably, I'd bet 400 or 500 feet from where our well is, maybe further than that. I've got it written down and measured somewhere, but I don't remember the number. You know, in a true scenario like that, that might not be the best location for it, because if somebody went to the bathroom, then they're completely out of sight, and if there were bad people coming around, then there'd be no way for those people to be protected unless they took a guard with them. Now, I've got the watchtower over there, but even still, from here, on the back side of my shop, we wouldn't be able to see it. More than likely, if something like that happened, we're going to relocate that outhouse to the side of this building right over there that you can see. It's still quite a long ways from the well, from where that is, and then it would be within view of everything going on. So it may seem like a silly thing, but I have seen movies where people got waylaid at their outhouse when they went to go do that kind of thing. So we don't want that happening. Not that it's going to, but like I say, things to think about. Well, anyway, that's about it for now. Can you think of anything else to add? I'm sure I've forgotten something. I didn't write a script out. I just wanted to throw something together because this is something that's been on my mind, and wanted to do it. So anyway, thanks again for the sticker. Twisted Metals of Texas. Go check them out. I'll see if I can't get a link put in for his channel. Dude's got some good skills doing gun building and stuff like that. Maybe if I talk nice about him, he will make a gun and send it to me. I doubt it. Wouldn't it be cool? No, I'm kidding. So thanks, guys, and hope you're having a great day. Cheers.